Hello and welcome to this daily upload. Today I've got for you a pretty crazy idea, which actually might just work. All you need is one operation pass, an extra 350 euros, and a lot of free time on your hands, and you can turn them into at least 1800 euros. Here's the short version of how it works. You buy one operation pass and do the missions as usual and spend your stars on cases only. In week 6 you will have enough money to buy another operation pass, which after 1 week you will be able to trade to a new account of yours. You create that new account and spend 5 euros from your bank account to activate it. Then from there, every week you can purchase one more pass until eventually you start getting more and more passes every week. And by week 16 you will have at least 71 different accounts with passes on them, and allowing you to make a total of at least 1800 euros on these accounts. So now I am going to basically show you the math that I had to do in order to come up with these numbers. And if you want to understand, then watch closely. So we are going to start up with one broken fang pass, which costs 12.75 euros. We're going to pay this out of our bank account on a new Steam account. First week our pass is going to generate 5 cases, and if we take into consideration that one case is going to give us 0.65 euros after tax, which is actually lower than the market price right now. So that means in the first week we're going to get 3.25 euros. In the second week though, we only get 3 cases, which means we get 195 euros. In the third week, the same, and here is the total of money that has gathered so far on this Steam account. In the fourth week, we got 9 euros, in the fifth week we got 11 euros, and in the sixth week we now have 13 euros, which means we can purchase a Broken Fang pass and still have 25 cents. And now, with this Broken Fang pass, we have to wait 1 week until we can trade it to another Steam account of ours. And we can do the same thing there. And in order to represent all of the math so you can see the results, I'm going to move into Google Sheets. So just so you remember, our currency is going to be euros. And we are going to account a Broken Fang case that is selling for 0.75 before tax and 0.65 after tax. If we take into consideration that one pass brings us 50 cases, that means we make 32.5 euros from 12.75 euros. But what will that number be if we keep investing all the money that we get from the pass while we get it? So in order to calculate that, I'm going to kind of create a table. I'm gonna say initial investment is going to be 12.75. That is how much we paid for the first battle pass. And I'm going to name it pass 1. So, week 1 we get 3.25 euros. Week 2 we get 195 euros. And right here I'm always going to write the total. So right now it's 325, and right now it's the previous total plus 195. In week 3 we make another 195. In week 4 same thing, we make 195 and we get the total. In week 5 same thing, and same thing with week 6. Only here it won't stay as 13, but we are going to write it as 13 in parentheses pass 2, so we get a different pass that we can trade to another account, and that would be pass 2 plus 0.25 euro cent. And I would like to say that here it is also important that we pay 5 euros out of our bank account to activate this second account to be able to trade on the market to sell those cases. So we have now the second pass. And here we continue our kind of journey with pass 1 and then with pass 2. First of all, in week 7 in pass 1 we get 195. which brings us to a total of 0.25 plus 1.95. Although in the past 2, we now can get all the earnings from the previous week, meaning that we get 3.25 plus 1.95 plus 1.95 plus 1.95 plus 1.95 plus 1.95 and plus 1.95. That equals to 14.95, which means we have a total of 14.95, which equals to a pass 3 plus another 2.2 euros. So we have the third pass now. In week 8 with pass 1 we make another 1.95, bringing us to a total of this, which is 4.15. Here we make another 1.95, bringing us to a total of this plus 2.2. In the third pass we get all the earnings from the previous weeks, which is this much, and the new earnings. So it will equal to this plus this. We get 16.9 euros. That means 16.9 euros, which means equals to pass 4 plus 4.15 euros. Down here, another 5 euros we pay. We get pass 4. Week 9 comes around. Here we have 6.1. With pass 4 we are able to make 18.85. That equals to pass 5 plus 6.1 euros. Now we're around to week 10 already. 1.95 for the first pass and a total of 8.05 on the first account. And it's just going to be the same, absolute same thing for all of these. Except for the fifth pass, it's going to be 18.85 plus 1.95, which adds up to a 20.8. And this 20.8 equals to a pass 6 plus 8.05. We trade that to another account. And now week 11 comes around. And we have the exact same story. 22.75 minus 12.75 equals to, you guessed it, pass 7 plus 10 euros. Now it is week 12 already, so we only have 5 more weeks left. And for pass 7 we're going to make 22.75 plus 1.95. It's going to add up to 24.7. And that 24.7 is equal to pass 8 plus 11.95. So now we get another account, the 8th account. Week 13 comes around, 1.95, 13.9, which means we get pass 9 plus 1.15 euros. Just look at that. And this is going to be true for all of these. And as for pass 8, we made 24.7 plus 1.85, which adds up to 26.65, which means we get pass 16 plus pass 17 plus 1.15. Oh yeah, and now I have to display all of these other passes for the next week. So let's do that quickly. Alright, now we have 17 passes. In week 14, we get 1.95 for the first pass. And that brings us to a total of 3.1 euros. And we're just going to copy that for every pass because that's not going to change. Although here we make 26.65 plus 1.95, which adds up to a total of 28.6, which means 28.6, with that we get a pass 18 plus pass 19 plus 3.1 euros. So that means we now have doubled all of our passes. And just because I can, I'm going to do the math to the end. So yeah, So now in week 15 we now have 35 passes. Now there's not going to be a lot of people that are able to complete 35 passes in 1 week, but there are some that might actually. If you play like 6 to 8 hours a day, then you should be able to complete these. Alright, I'm gonna put that for every single pass, and when we get here we have to calculate 28.6 plus 195 gives us 30.55, and this 30.55 is equal to pass 36 plus pass 37 plus 505, and we copy this and we input for all of them. Phew, finally we have 71 passes. So I have to now input all of those passes. Okay, finally we have 71 passes listed out. So now I'm gonna go up and list the last week, meaning that after this week we're not going to purchase any more passes and not gonna pay for more accounts. So now we have 7. That's a pretty round number. I'm happy with that. As for the passes above 36, we got 30.55 plus 195, 32.5. And that's just it. We're not gonna purchase any more passes. So now the big question comes. What is the total? And let us see. First, we have a bunch of accounts with 7 euros on them. How many exactly? We have 35 accounts with 7 euros on them. So I'm gonna say equals 35 multiplied by 7, 245 euros. And then we have 36 accounts with 32 euros in them. So that would be 36 multiplied by 32.5. Yeah, 1170. So we made total 1415. So now we're gonna calculate how much we spent. We spent 1275 on the initial pass, and then we created another 70 accounts that we spent 5 euros on. And those 5 euros we have not used in this life cycle of passes. If we had used these 5 euros to the total, because it just doesn't go anywhere, it stays in your account, right? Then we would have had a lot more money, but I don't think anyone can keep up with more than 71 accounts in 1 week. So I'm just gonna say that these 350 euros, they go in here, meaning equals this plus 350, because they didn't disappear from our account. So that means we invested a total of 362.75 euros to get 1765 euros. That is crazy. But again, that's only possible if you are a hardcore gamer. So if you're going to play CSGO anyway, why not invest 300 euros into 70 accounts and make 1800 almost? Well, anyways, thanks for listening to this ramble. As you can see, I am very fond of numbers, and if you are also fond of numbers, then subscribe, because I'm probably going to make more content like this. And what else? Oh, I could make a very quick Halo Chest of the Dark Tide update. Right now it is selling for 61 cents, as you can see. The price is just out of this world. Yesterday when the price skyrocketed, they were selling by 7,000 per hour. This is insane. And right now it seems to be growing every hour. See, now it's 3,500. Yesterday it grew from 0.48 to 0.61, meaning that if you bought yesterday, you would still be profiting now. And I think buying now is also going to be profitable tomorrow. Another market thing, I have bought a lot of Stalking Prey stickers. I believe in them, even though right now they're only showing potential and no action at all. Another thing I wanted to talk about is the trading cards from the Cyberpunk 2077. As you can see, they are quite growing in price, but right here they started falling. See, when you buy them, they get trade banned for 1 week. As you can see, people started only selling them after 1 week when they got released. And the price may stay like this. And initially I bought a lot of them for 14 and sold them for 25, which was very good business. And now I also bought some for 17, I think, or 18, not sure. And I'm gonna sell them for 25 next week. But yeah, anyway, this is kind of the infinite money scheme, basically. And it's not that you make x5 your money. That's actually not true. This is an exponential function. The more you put, the more you're gonna get. So if you put 1,000 euros into these, and somehow you're able to complete all those accounts, you're not going to get just 5,000 euros. You're actually going to get like 15,000. I haven't done the math on that, don't quote me on this, but I think that is pretty much how it's going to work. Alright, thanks again for watching all of this stuff. I was very excited to make this video, but in the beginning I kind of forgot that you have to pay 5 euros for every account. If you didn't have to pay that, you would have an initial investment of 12.75 and you would get 1,400 euros out of this. This is just crazy, but unfortunately you do have to pay another 350 euros just for these things, and that sucks, but still, this is a lot of profit. Alright, have a good one. I'll see you tomorrow in the next daily upload. Until then, please drop a like for the YouTube algorithm and make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.